sebab ada benda yang nak direalisasikan. Tapi I melihat orang yang hasil macam dia ni, hustler ni, sebab merata-rata ni. Sebab apa sebab boleh dek. Umpama macam tu.
So work-life integration is basically you integrating your work into your life.
I'm starting to question myself. What am I doing with life?
Kalau anak dia, mama boring lah. Boring apa? Banyak benda nak kena buat dalam 24 jam mama.
Days in and out where we do have fights and all that. And then probably about the guy's ego and stuff like that.
Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi, selamat petang, selamat malam, selamat tengah hari. Selamat datang ke podcast
Maaf Cakap.
Podcast sembang santai, kadang deep, kadang kelakar, but always real talk. Anda bersama dengan saya, Fali Effendi.
Saya Alin.
Dan di sini Kiraira.
Kami masih bertiga. Dan kalau anda sedang menonton, kita ada satu lagi bunga bersama dengan kita, but we will introduce her later.
Okay.
Tapi sebelum itu, as usual, kita nak ucapkan terima kasih kepada Simply Sandwiches sebab membenarkan kita untuk merakamkan lagi sekali. Untuk dah 2 tahun dah kita rakam kat sini.
2 tahun
dah 2 tahun dah kita record kat sini. Thank you so much Simply Sandwiches for allowing us to record our episodes here.
Thank you.
And if you're looking for sandwich yang sedap, sandwich yang menyelerakan, all different kind of food, ataupun you just want to find a place to lepak and buat kerja, can always come and visit Simply Sandwiches dekat TTDI. And also follow their Instagram at Simply Sandwiches.
And since kita punya ahli keempat tak ada, so Kiraira boleh
lungsuri kami di podcast lungsuri kami di www.maafcakap.com. Semua pengisian telah diletakkan di situ. Lungsuri saja. Boleh pergi ke Spotify kami juga. Tolong komen kalau nak komen apa-apa. Dan most important thing, kena rate kami kat situ.
Like, rate and share.
Podcast kami. La ilaha illallah. Aku ingatkan dia nak cakap lagi. Dan to our regular listeners, thank you for always supporting us.
Correct.
Dan kepada,
thank you so much.
Kepada yang maybe baru berjumpa dengan podcast Maaf Cakap,
Welcome to podcast Maaf Cakap. Kita orang sebenarnya 4 orang. Ahli keempat tu tak ada sebab dia ada dekat Antartika.
Betul.
Kau terpaling retis kan.
You guys are lucky sebab episod kali ni kita ada guest yang cantik.
Yes.
Betul.
Mojo.
Kalau tidak, kami bertiga je lah.
Bertiga lah.
Apa pun, kita nak welcome Lily.
Hi guys.
Kita introduce Lily dulu sebelum kita pergi kita punya regular segment.
Boleh.
Thank you so much Lily for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Dekat sikit mic dengan mulut.
Sebenarnya kalau yang tak tahu Lily ni siapa?
Mungkin Falik boleh introduce cerita sikit, cerita backstory sikit. Kita orang pun nak tahu juga.
Ceritanya bermula pada tahun 2000.
Sebelum tahun 2019.
Sebelum tahun 2019, betul. 2000.
Tepat pula tu.
Sebelum 2014-15 kot.
Sebelum tahun 2014, 2013.
My son was born 2016, so way before that. 2000. Lily
was my colleague when we were working in the media world. She was a producer for a very popular female talk show.
Ni producernya.
Antara producer paling garang sekali.
We shall not go there.
Yeah, we shall not go there. Let's not open old wound.
Oh yes.
And along the way, all of us took our own path, and Lily has embarked on a journey of her own, of which kita akan explore sekejap lagi. Tapi roughly dia adalah seorang editor untuk sebuah portal nama dia Parenthood. Dia juga ada bisnes dia sendiri. She sometimes, I don't know if you still do live shows dekat live streaming. Apa lagi you buat? Semua benda lah basically.
Terpaling lah ni.
MC.
Host, semua dia. So that's why kita ada Lily untuk discuss topik kita yang kita akan pergi sekejap lagi. Tapi macam biasa
kita ada seminit nak bercakap.
Sebab episod yang lepas kita mula dengan Q. Jadi episod kali ni kita mula dengan Ali.
Yes, go. There you go. There you go. Go. 1 minit dari sekarang.
Okeylah, kita nak bercakap pasal apa Traffic. Okay lah, let's talk about traffic. You know, okay, I think one of the episodes my husband ada sentuh pasal how he enjoys morning traffic, how he appreciates morning traffic yang time tu tak ada orang. Okay, sebenarnya I pun seorang yang I am a morning person. I appreciate morning traffic. I would rather not go through traffic jam. I would rather wake up extra early just so I don't have to go through traffic jam. You know, I datang awal, I akan lepak sini sampailah time untuk I bekerja. I akan buat sampai tahap macam tu. So sama juga nak balik nanti, kalau I tahu time tu jam, I akan carilah aktiviti yang boleh dilakukan untuk mengelakkan traffic jam. Punyalah tak suka traffic jam tu sampai sanggup ya buat benda-benda sebegini. Love seminit.
Dia rasa dia berjaya.
Cakap.
Dia rasa dia berjaya.
Berjaya. Saya berjaya. Okey, Kiraira.
Betul.
Kau saja kan.
1 minit anda bermula dari sekarang.
Baik, saya ucapkan Assalamualaikum dengan soalan. Selawat tak lagi? Belum selawat. Mana yang belum solat? Nak bagi legacy. Orang kata sampaikan pesanan walaupun sepatah. Tak, bukan. Itu bukan point dia. Point dia sekarang nak tanya, siapa yang dah menangis hari ni? Siapa yang dah menangis? Belum menangis. Kalau belum menangis, menangis. Menangis bukan tanda bahawa anda adalah orang yang kalah ataupun orang yang tak mampu nak proses emosi. Menangis adalah tanda anda manusia. Boleh menangis sebab gembira, boleh menangis sebab sedih, boleh menangis untuk apa jua benda. Tapi kalau rasa perlu, just menangis. Nangis je. Macam sejajar dengan saya cakap ni, boleh ikut. Boleh ikut, tarik nafas dan dalam, menangis. Lepaskan semua lelah, kesah tu, keluarkan. Semoga dengan cara itu anda mampu mendapat sedikit kelapangan. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Lain macam dia makin lama makin lain macam lah dia punya seminit ni.
Dia bila bercakap dari jiwa.
Oh yes, betul.
Macam tu. Dah nangis ke hari ni?
Dah nangis ke hari ni, Q?
Belum tu.
Nak nangis dulu ke sebelum kita mulakan? Nak
Aduhlah.
Okay, balik Effendi.
Kita tengok balik macam mana.
Anda bermula dari sekarang.
Wow, semangatnya semua orang bagi aku seminit. Okay. So, I nak bercakap sedikit lah tentang kemampuan dan kebolehan seseorang itu berada di sesuatu position di dalam tempat kerja. Banyak kita perhatikan lewat kebelakangan ni lah, I notice there's a lot of people who I feel not capable of doing their work, but they are at their position. Itu menjadikan aku sedikit curious mengapa dan bagaimana orang-orang begini boleh berada di situ. Of course, politik tempat kerja, of course, who you kiss ass, who you network with itu penting. Tetapi once you are in that position, you tak boleh nampak ketidakmampuan you untuk melakukan kerja tersebut, because you ada orang-orang bawah yang akan perhatikan tindak tanduk dan kerja-kerja anda. So I feel that even if you are not capable or not competent, you have to act like you can do it and fake it until you make it. Itulah seminit saya.
Soalan dia, Falik dah nangis?
Tak, dia ujung-ujung dia punya conclusion tu, fake it until you make it tu macam
Betul lah.
Oh, betul lah.
Betul lah.
Oh.
So even if you are not competent, you fake it.
Oh, okay.
Dah tak kompeten kan?
Tak.
Nak fake pun tak boleh.
Cakap tak kompeten sekejap.
Okay, tak apa.
So kita nak
lepaskan
tanya kita
keadaan
punya
tu.
guest.
Yeah.
Would you like to share?
Lily nak share. Producer.
Okay, why not?
Yes.
Okay, alright.
Ayo, mulakan seminit dia.
Your 1 minute starts
Daripada
now.
Okay, so for my 1 minute, I think I just want to talk about being grateful. So I think grateful ni, we have to be grateful these days sebab I think there are a lot of things that we take for granted. So even like the smallest things, like when you wake up in the morning, when your aircon works, your car works, your water, your air panas, you know. Sometimes when you bila benda tu tak ada, baru you realise, oh my god, you know. You realise yang macam you are grateful for all these small things sebenarnya. So there are a lot of things that I think that we take for granted on a day-to-day basis, from small things, and I rasa macam just we need to be more grateful and take time for each and every day to write down apa yang kita grateful with what we have. Itu saja. Ada 5 saat lagi. Ting ting ting. Alamak, terkurang.
Okay.
Bagus. Dalam banyak-banyak yang kita expect dia nak promo.
That was a really good 1 minute.
Tapi nak letak sikit. Bukan kita orang nak dia kurang ajar tak jawab je tau. Memang kita tak nak interrupt. Itu dia punya play cara dia lah. Kau takut dia kata macam aku beri ngangguk-ngangguk. Kau buat bodoh je. Kita mama tak boleh tak.
Kiraira dah grateful belum hari ni?
Dah nangis kan?
Tadi kata belum nangis.
Tak, kalau ada yang nangis, itu cara dia, mungkin cara dia bersyukur pun dengan cara dia menangis.
Kita tanya pasal
soalan
dia.
awak je.
Saya tanya awak.
Dah grateful ke hari ni?
Saya dah. Takkanlah saya tak grateful. Tengoklah saya macam mana pula. Okey, ayo kita
pada topik hari ini.
Okay, so
tadi kata relate dengan Lily.
Betul.
Kenapa?
Sebab hari ni kita nak berdiskus ataupun sembang-sembang lah. Bukanlah discuss
Sembang
macam
santai.
forum sangat kan.
Stress.
Sembang kawan-kawan.
Kita sembang
Okay.
ada kopi dengan minum milkshake bagai kan. So
Shake,
we want to talk about hustle culture.
Okay.
Is it toxic or is it necessary? What do you guys think? Sebelum kita pergi ke
Sebelum
kita pergi yang lebih mendalam,
yes.
what do you guys think? Is it toxic or is it necessary? Masa tu.
Cok.
Itu je.
Okay.
Toxic or necessary? Or both? Tak naklah both pun, nanti mesti pilih both. Toxic or necessary?
Toxic.
Okay, Q toxic. Alin?
Hustle culture. Alah, tak boleh both ke?
Tak boleh.
I rasa necessary.
Okay.
Wow.
Lily?
I want to disrupt this whole conversation. Sebab
baru minit
sebab I rasa
Disrupt tau.
Not even 5
no,
minutes.
because I think the definition of hustle has changed throughout the years, and I think that hustle in this era is totally different.
Okay.
And it really depends macam mana kita define hustle tu.
Okay, that's
Okay.
nice that she mentioned define. Okay, let me define hustle. Okay, so it refers to a state of persistent effort, hard work and determination, often characterized by urgency, ambition and a no days off mentality. In modern usage, especially within the hustle culture, it often implies doing whatever it takes to succeed, usually at the cost of rest, balance and well-being.
Tapi dekat I punya notes pula.
Silakan Kiraira.
Dia-
Overworking. Apa dia?
Dia pakai notes, dia tak pakai chat GPT. Dia buat
You rasa dia tak check GPT dulu sebelum datang? Beza dia.
Kita
Aku ni
rephrase je.
direct, dia copy paste.
Taklah, tak baik
Okay, teruskan.
Okay, dia cakap kat sini, overworking is not just tolerated but often celebrated as a badge of honor, a sign of dedication and ambition. So somehow, betul dah cakap Lily tu kot. Dia seperti mana kita perceive keadaan ataupun maksud hustle. Tapi sebab I ni orang yang dulu-dulu, I tak rasa dia satu benda yang berkeperluan dan I merasakan ia adalah toxic. Secara peribadi lah.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to what Lily mentioned just now lah. The definition dulu dengan definition sekarang dah lain.
Tapi menjawab soalan Falik tadi, toxic atau apa tadi, keperluan?
keperluan.
Tak ada tak ada.
That's why I said to answer both, dia tak boleh sebab because again it comes.
So based on your definition, it's a necessity.
Yes. Okay, based on my definition.
Tengok Hafiz
okay.
kejap lagi kita pergi tanya apa definition diri.
Alright. Okay,
Okay.
Fadi faham lah. What about you? What do you think?
I think it's a necessity.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So it's 3
Tiga lawan
versus
satu.
1 lah ni.
Okay.
Love.
Sebelum Q mengupas mengapa it's toxic
Yeah.
to Q, let's find our own definition of hustle culture. Macam panjang sangat ChatGPT tu.
Ya.
Tak adalah basic betul lah. It's the hard work, determination, but at the cost of your well-being.
Okay.
But kata orang hasil untuk hasil.
Lah, hasil for hasil lah.
Yeah,
Hasil
right.
untuk
That's
hasil.
your
Betul lah.
root. Okay, kata apa?
Okay, Lily.
Okay,
How
okay.
what do you see hustle culture? What's your definition things?
Okay, so kalau hustle, I think in this day and age, I think people are hustling in terms of dia ada purpose tau. So if you are hustling just buat penat je and then you just non-stop working, overworking, tapi sebenarnya you don't have a purpose or you don't have a goal, that kind of like waste your effort. Macam tu tau. So even though when you talk about hustling, dia macam, yes, you are working hard, but are you moving to the direction yang you nak? Is it purposeful? Is it towards your goal? Sebab when we talk about goal, I think in terms of right now pun kita tengah fikir in terms of goal pun is shifting. Success is shifting. A lot of people dulu define success as being rich, being able to buy things and all that. But nowadays, I think especially the new generation, and I think millennials, us and all, we see success as being macam sort of like success is defined like, yes, you have money, but you also have your time, your well-being, your
the whole balance.
Yeah, the whole balance kind of thing. But also like mentally you are okay. You have your alone time. So it really depends. I think everybody's success is defined differently.
Wow.
Wow,
gitu.
look.
Dia macam
Okay, mungkin dalam kepala kan, mungkin topik ni kita biar dia cakap je lah. Aku senyap je lah kat tepi ni. Aku dah check GPT pun macam tadi, just scroll. Tak apa, tak ada guna.
I think that comes from the experience sendiri lah. Because she herself is, to me, I see her as a hustle queen.
I see.
Betul lah. Cara cakap pun tahu nok.
Kan.
Dia macam I don't even know if that's a good thing or not.
To me it's good. Sebab
depends juga pada orang yang melihat.
To me it's something good because you are willing or you want to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You know how to find opportunity, you know how to make use of that opportunity, because some people bila opportunity datang macam tapi macam you saw something, okay, let's do this. You see this ada opportunity, let's do this. So my question is
Gitu.
you are
Kenapa bagi soalan lagi?
Takut.
You ada full time work job. Macam
Okay.
cakap tadi, you're an editor dekat Parenthood, kan? Mungkin untuk pendengar-pendengar di luar sana, Parenthood adalah sebuah portal for parents.
Yeah, so we are actually we have a physical magazine.
Rupanya.
Yeah, we have
Bukan
a physical.
parents,
Sorry. So we are we have a physical magazine and we have online, and we also have antenatal classes. So basically our topic is basically
Tak apa, suara dia cukup kuat.
for us it's all about parenting. So it's classes, information, online portal, and quite a number of talks and stuff like that. Community events, banyak lagi lah.
So itu full time job dia.
Itu full time job.
Itu full time job dia.
Belum dengar yang dia hasil.
Okay. So from what you shared, you punya full time job sounds like a handful.
Yes.
Full
my
betul.
God.
But why did you decide to start your own business? Dan apakah business yang you start tu?
Okay. So pada mula-mula zaman dulu So actually it all started sebenarnya sebelum COVID. My son, I think at that time was like 3 years old macam tu, and you know last time he had his long locks, curls and stuff like that. Tapi I think about time dah penat gila tengok dengan rambut panjang semua. I said okay, no, we gotta cut it. So we went to the barber, and the barber did such a great job with the new hairstyle, you know, with the side comb semua tu. But then bila you balik rumah and you wash the hair, and then dia macam flat kan. And then we want to achieve that look, that hairstyle again kan. Tapi in order to achieve that, I need to use a hair product, right? Tapi when I was searching online for a kid friendly punya hair product, you tahu tak ada. In Malaysia ni tak ada. And it was all online. It was all online. So if I were to purchase it online, like say from Australia ke US or whatever, imagine the shipping.
Mahal
Mahal gila.
Itu belum taxes dia lagi.
Yeah. And then I was like, kenapa kat Malaysia ni tak ada? There's no such thing in Malaysia. Then after that I was like, then it was a bit business punya thinking lah. Macam okay, we have to be the first. There's a empty slot in the market. We need to fill in that market. You know, that kind of thing. So macam okay, this is a good opportunity
juga sebenarnya dia ni. Okay.
Yeah, it is. It is a good opportunity sebab you are the first. And if you are the first in doing anything, you InsyaAllah lah we'll shoot up, right?
Legacy.
InsyaAllah. Okay. So yeah, I mean that's where it all started, and then from there we started R&Ding, and then suddenly COVID pula. So when COVID hit, we were still in contact with our lab, and we formulated a few formulas to come up with something that not only is friendly for kids tapi it works. So sometimes, okay, because we don't have anything to copy.
Okay.
We don't have anything to copy. I didn't buy anything yang daripada overseas ke apa. I didn't have anything to copy. So we had to experiment tengok from scratch with my lab. And then we really said, okay, it has to work, but it also has to be cake friendly. Meaning no harmful chemicals, no of those nasties, has to be kid friendly. Something that I personally would be able to letak kat rambut anak I, right?
Okay.
Because I didn't want to use my husband punya. My husband, I mean adults. Adult punya product, adult punya product has a lot of chemicals, and then there is cases of rambut gugur, scalp problem, kan? So all these things, would you put those kind of products on your child or your 3-year-old? Kan? Of course, for me, I wouldn't lah. I wouldn't.
Concern lah.
I won't do that because kids punya hair delicate. Orang cakap virgin hair, kan? Tak pernah nak letak any products lagi. So
macam
of course,
hair lah. Virgin.
I can see.
So yeah, I mean that's where it all started. And then after R&Ding about 2 years about COVID kan, so it took a bit longer. Then finally we came up with our first hairstyling balm.
Namanya apa?
Yeah, nama dia Kaiser hairstyling balm.
Boleh check it out. Kaiser.
Yes. So now, starting from there, the Kaiser hairstyling balm, we have about 3, 4, coming to 5 products now.
So dah ada 5 products.
Almost, coming to. It's still
menariknya perkara ini, budak tak boleh pakai hairstyle cream apa benda orang tua, tapi orang tua boleh pakai lah kan, sebab dia kurang chemical.
Yes, and apa tu, a lot of the daddies yang beli untuk anak diorang, they actually try lah kan. Misal mungkin diorang punya produk dah habis ke apa, they try lah, end up diorang macam oh my god, they love it. They love it, and then end up diorang pakai juga. And I actually got testimonials which I was quite shocked, yang diorang cakap after using or switching to Kaiser, they don't get headaches anymore. Tak ada headache, tak ada sakit kepala. So I said okay, it must be because it's a natural product and tak ada those harmful nasty chemicals. So they end up using it.
Dengar tu pendengar, dia kualiti sama malah lebih selamat. Boleh lah Kaiser. Begitu.
So that is the reason. So the reason why you started the business is because the main reason is because of your children lah.
Yes, actually it's because of my son. It started off with my son, but I'm sure like okay, because I'm in the media industry, and then also macam I take a lot of videos, Instagram and all that. So of course you nak anak you nampak cantik, handsome semua kan. So you want them to look good. And I'm sure, and I was thinking like takkan I seorang je macam tu. I'm sure there are a lot of millennial parents zaman sekarang ni that always take video anak-anak diorang. They want their children to look good. Even tak pun nak at least nampak kemas untuk sekolah.
Betul.
Nampak kemas untuk sekolah, or when there's birthdays or there's wedding and all that kan. So of course you want to style your hair nampak lagi handsome, cantik, and end up you have to use product, so why not use something that's natural? Macam tu. Begitu.
Question. Another question. If
are you sure you don't want to
Kami bagi.
Ada selalu dengar dia orang cakap.
Okay.
Betul.
If you did not encounter that situation with your son, would you end up doing a business as well, or you won't be entering into this kind of hustle Maksudnya you just do your full time and a bit of MC and life host without the business. Business takes a lot of time.
Right. Good question actually. I think I would have gone into something because even before I started Kaiser, I was selling like some infinity scarf or something like that. So I was doing that.
Jual infused tea. Dulu kan ada tea infused.
No. It's called Lulapalooza. It was an infinity scarf.
Infinity scarf. Bukan before that you jual that cute tea.
Oh, yang tu tea. Tak main lah tea tu semua. Yang ni barang produk yang I buat sendiri.
Oh, ni barang produk sendiri.
Bukan ambil produk orang lain.
Dia tak ada orang punya.
So even before creating Kaiser, I already I had this like scarf business, which I wouldn't really call it like, you know, but it was just like a side hustle kind of thing. But yeah, I think I probably would.
Nah, itulah.
Okay, so apart from your day job, your business, what else do you do?
Nak tunjuk betapa hustle queen kan?
So then kita nak ke arah hustle tu. Okay, so what else do you do?
Okay, so I think the editing job and that one is already a lot sebenarnya.
Yes.
It's really a lot.
Apart from being a mom,
it's already a lot.
Yeah. Itu satu je dah macam a handful.
Yes,
okay,
exactly.
So what else do you do?
Other than that, I do MCs and also live streaming for brands like Philip, Touch and Go.
Ini bukan kerja hakiki.
No.
This is your
It's a
side
hustle.
Yeah, I mean because macam at night, malam, you ada free time macam ni buat podcast.
Bebas lagi tak pejam mata tu. Dia kan aku masih celik. Apa benda aku nak buat ni kan?
So kita carilah duit lagi kan, why not? Because at that time, while people still want you to be
relevant,
while you still relevant, why not take the opportunity untuk, you know, keep on hustling lah selagi boleh.
Now I'm starting to question myself. What am I doing with life?
Kalau anak ada, mama boring lah. Boring apa? Banyak benda nak kena buat dalam 24 jam mama. Apa macam tu kot.
Lebih kurang sama lah bunyi dia. Dia punya pitching tu dah lebih kurang sama.
Okay. Soalan daripada saya juga. Tidak hasil lah kalau tidak ada kompromi, tidak ada pengorbanan. Kalau you boleh nyatakan side-side yang you orang tak dengar ni kan? Tapi to be real here, right? Apa sebenarnya yang you korbankan, yang you macam pendamkan,
you went through.
Selain daripada masa lah nampaknya kan.
Well, of course time is the biggest one lah kan. And time means time dengan anak, time dengan husband, time dengan family.
Time kan?
Because the reality is macam during the weekdays you hustle untuk your day job, and then while balancing your business as well. Tapi ada juga during weekend, ada weekend yang kita kena buka booth and then you know, be somewhere else, or I need to MC event semua tu, and sometimes it's a whole day event. So apa benda yang I sacrifice is a lot of time mostly dengan my kids lah sebenarnya. So yes, but my kids are like so used to it already, mungkin daripada dulu lagi kan, diorang dah biasa dengan. So every time when I go out, okay mommy needs to go to work, okay mommy bye, I love you,
bring back money.
of course lah.
Wow, okay.
Oh yes.
Semua money.
Yes.
Kata dia takkan buat.
I need to hustle because my kids have a lot of demand. Okay, it's like, when can we go to Japan? And nak pergi Disneyland lah, nak pergi Mario Land lah. So of course this mommy has to hustle lah.
Nak jadi anak.
Ada opening lagi tak? Bongsu boleh.
Ada bongsu.
Tak, anak dia 2 lelaki.
Dia nak perempuan.
Untuk part ini ada tukar. Perempuan. Wow. Okay. So, menarik.
The question.
Bagi.
Menyambung kepada tu. This is, I don't know if it's a sensitive question or what. Do you ever have that mom guilt?
Yes, I think I do sometimes. Like
apa yang paling significant?
I think especially kadang-kadang during the weekend tu, when I'm out from morning till night, especially macam buka booth kan, and let's say macam back to back, let's say this weekend, next weekend back to back ada, memang I tak ada kat rumah. So that's when it kind of kicks in, macam you realise like macam oh my god, okay, you need to spend time with your children and all that lah. Tapi for me, I am a person, and I always say this, quality time dengan diorang adalah lebih penting daripada quantity.
Okay.
Yes. So I really take pride in spending quality time dengan diorang. So let's say at night kan. So my day to day macam let's say kalau pergi kerja and all that, I make sure I go home and make sure I have at least lah 30 minutes dengan diorang to read a book or just get to know their day to day, what happened today and all that. At least 30 minutes spent in their room and without any distraction, without your phone, without other thing, just focus dekat diorang. So for me, quality time dengan diorang is much more important. So I think it compensates in a way sebab what's the point I spend 3-4 jam dengan my kids tapi I'm always on the phone.
Correct.
Kan?
That's fair.
Apa
fair.
Right. So might as well I give that full attention, that 30 minutes, really focus, and then diorang akan lagi ingat benda tu, and they will be able to talk about what they want to talk about and all that. So for me and my kids, memang we are quite open with each other, and I always ask them, especially bila ambil diorang, because I also pick them up from school.
Okay.
Dia ambil anak dia daripada
bus
sekolah.
driver juga. Okay.
Yeah. So
Itu free side hustle.
Kan?
Itu free side
that's
hustle.
another hustle, right? Yeah.
So sorry jap. How old are your kids?
Bawa tanya.
Okay, so one is darjah 3
Okay.
and one is 6 years old.
Okay. So that age. Okay.
Kindergarten.
And timing dia
Cik,
sekolah
sambung.
diorang lain.
Okay.
So that's
Memang
why
sekolah betul.
So like 3 o'clock, okay, I kena ambil yang my 6-year-old. Lepas tu my 9, well he's 9 this year. 9 this year, 6 o'clock I kena ambil yang tu pula.
Macam
So
mana
it's like,
daripada segi you kan kerja, you berdapat pelepasan lah daripada tempat kerja.
that's the beauty of my work.
Bos sebenarnya. Dia bos yang sebenar.
No lah. Okay.
Boss, hustle, mother, entrepreneur, bus driver.
Sugar,
Apa lagi?
sugar, wifi.
What?
Yeah, I mean to be honest, the hustling and the business part would not happen without having the flexibility at work and my day
that's
job.
fair,
Yeah,
that's fair.
I would not be able to do that, of course, without that flexibility. So my boss is very supportive, and I think that's something that's important, and that is why one of the reasons why I've been with parenthood for almost 8 years. I
Okay.
think this year. So for me, the importance is more on my flexibility, my timing, rather than earning a certain amount.
Okay.
You know, I mean, of course, there are days yang I macam, oh my god, I tengok kawan-kawan, our friends, they are switching jobs, their gaji dah naik macam 5 figure, going up,
Yeah.
and then here you are still stuck with the almost same pay which you had like 7-8 years ago. But then again, you fikir balik, you have that flexibility.
Faham.
You have that time, kan? You have that time for yourself. You have that time to choose what you want to do
Correct.
with your time.
Yep.
When.
Yep.
So
And-
I prefer that.
And Lilin, if Tableton, maksudnya you tidak mendapat that kind of flexibility di tempat kerja. Adakah semua rencah ini bertukar?
Probably, yeah. I mean, it probably will, but at this moment, my vision right now is I really want to focus on my business. I want to grow it. So a lot of my focus is on that.
Tapi lah orang macam ni tak risau.
Okay.
Dia tahu apa nak buat.
Soalan sambung. What about your husband?
Uh-huh.
What's his take on this? Like how does he yalah satu tadi point of view,
Yeah.
you as a mother
Yeah.
with your kids
Yeah.
and all that. Then on the other hand, what about your husband?
I think this is a very complicated topic.
Soalan ni hanya wife yang akan tanya.
Tak juga, I pun nak tanya kat Lilin.
Okay. So, in terms of my husband, I think so far he's been very supportive, and he knows his wife jenis yang hustle, yang kerja non-stop.
Tak
Okay.
diam.
Okay.
And I think because we've been together since we were like 19, 20 macam tu,
okay.
so we have like a kind of understanding with each other. Gaduh tu biasa lah,
Yalah,
kan.
betul.
Adalah days in and out where we do have fights and all that. And then probably about the guy's ego and stuff like that, which we will not get into.
Not this episode.
That's gonna be on another topic. Yeah.
That's from another department.
Yes.
That one's a whole different topic altogether kan. We're talking about the male ego.
Like in next episode.
Kita buat topik tu. Kalau you again, ada suka.
Gerak lu.
Okay.
So yeah, but overall, I think having a supportive people around you, especially my mother-in-law lah. My mother-in-law, without my mother-in-law, I don't think I would be able to do what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Because with having my mother-in-law at home living with us,
I see.
She's living with us, so it gives me the freedom to like, okay, I have a podcast, I have to pergi maaf cakap. Nak pergi maaf cakap. Okay, so the kids make sure they go to bed by 8:30. Okay, I see you, bye bye. Macam tu.
Okay. Yeah, I believe when you have very supportive surrounding, you know, your support tu very strong,
Lily ni
insyaAllah
bertuah
you
orangnya.
boleh buat tu. And judging from whatever she said, I rasa jenis yang macam kalau benda A tak jadi, I will find B.
Itu aja kat adik.
Kan?
Tak payah, dia dah tahu dah
Dia
apa
akan
nak
cari
buat.
C.
Ya.
Kau tak payah tanya kalau kerja dia tak fleksibel. Dia akan buat fleksibel.
Aku buat kasi jadi.
Ya,
dia cakap.
correct. Dia buat kita buat dia.
Tu dia betul.
Tapi guys, I really want to say like there are definitely moments. Memang ada hari yang memang you rasa down sangat-sangat.
That's understandable.
Yeah, you down sangat-sangat. And then ada hari yang macam you just so stressed. And then sometimes you as a new entrepreneur yang you macam tak ada experience langsung, because I don't come from a family yang entrepreneur ke apa kan. Tak ada siapa dalam my family yang buat business.
Pioneer in the business in the family.
In my family, right? So tak ada siapa dalam my family yang buat business. So I nak refer kat siapa?
Betul.
Okay,
So I'm figuring it out all on my own.
What do you do when you go through those days? Because I mean generally, I mean there will be people yang, you know, you hustle, but you will come to a point yang shit, why am I doing this? You know, you like you said, you have your down days. What do you do? Or like how do you get yourself back up? Or like
I think when these things happen, I take a step back.
Okay.
And then I akan buat macam have some alone time, especially lepas subuh. Macam you just sit down and you just, not to say meditate, tapi you just think about like what was the whole reason you're here and all that. But also I think journaling helps. Yeah, so especially on days yang I really stress and whatnot kan, I keluarkan semua, I write everything down. So most of my journal entries are like when I'm stressed. Padahal you're supposed to be journaling like on a day-to-day basis, on a good and bad, whatever. But you know, but I think in a way it's really up to you lah kan sebenarnya how you want to journal and all that. Tapi for me, that's the time when I tengah down ke apa, that's the time yang I akan tulis kat dalam buku what I'm frustrated about. But at the end, once you let that out kan, bila you dah tulis kan, at the end of the entry, you akan macam fikir, but then again kan, sebenarnya I'm grateful lah, I ada ni, I ada support system, I ada a lot of these things.
No wonder lah 1 minit dia begitu.
So at the end of the journal kan, you realise at the end of the day sebenarnya it all goes back to God lah kan. So in a way it's like you have this trust in God. So I think I have grown, because before this memang I macam quite depressed. Postpartum depression was one thing, and then that was previously when I was in college also, I had a lot of quite depressive episodes as well, hurting myself and all that. Tapi I think I've grown a lot, especially when I've started reading the contemporary Quran. Yeah, so the contemporary Quran, buat ad pula kan. So the contemporary Quran is a English translation in a contemporary way for you to understand better what the Quran is about. So once I started reading that, I think it was last year during Ramadan, time tu lah when, okay, because you are born Muslim, I'm born Muslim baru first time nak bercerita ni tau. Okay. Exclusive. Sorry, we're going a bit deep.
That's normal.
Ini memang
I know this is supposed to be sembang-sembang.
Kadang
deep, kadang kelakar.
always real talk.
Always real
talk. Okay,
go on.
So I think it was last year during Ramadan when I decided like, okay, I'm gonna read the contemporary Quran. I'm gonna finish it during Ramadan, and you know just have an aim to finish that lah. But once you read it kan, sebab yes, I dah khatam Quran 6 kali before this. But then you say these words in Arabic which you don't really understand, or you tak hafal maksud dia semua. Once you read the contemporary Quran and you understand the language is so easy to read, and then you like, wow, it really opens up your eyes, and then dia buat you fikir tau, like a lot of the things that around you and everything, at the end of the day you are going back to God. You're going back to Allah, and then you are going to stand in front of Him, and then nanti you will be judged during that day. So I think I've grown after that moment, and a lot of the things that I've gone through these days, dia macam tak apa, I think there's a reason. Kalau pintu tutup sebelah sini, I say okay, mesti ada sebab. Mesti ada sebab. Okay, I pegang.
Sidang Jumaatnya mulia.
Begitu lah ceritanya.
I like where this is going.
Betul.
Yeah.
Betul. This is, as a person who knew Lily since very long time ago, this is it really, when Lily says she's grown,
you've
really,
seen it lah.
I've seen Lily younger and Lily now.
Yeah,
Like,
he's seen me through a lot of years.
Okay.
All the table banging and stuff.
Sabung. So just now, I've asked you about your mom guilt. Okay, about you and your kids. Then you've got that whole you and your husband.
The wife guilt.
Yeah, the wife guilt. What about as a friend at this point in life? Does it affect your friendship with this whole hustling?
I think, to be honest, I think everyone is busy with their own schedules.
That's fair.
one thing. Because I'm the type of person, kalau orang ajak keluar, I susah sangat nak cakap no.
Susah
nak cakap no.
Dalam pada dia busy tu,
bukannya susah nak jumpa tau.
Ya, aku actually kata susah nak kata yes.
sebab itu dia ada kat sini.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Okay.
No, honestly, I memang jenis susah nak cakap no. But everyone is busy with their own schedules.
Correct.
Right? So at the end of the day, dia macam you end up being having like a small group of friends that you keep up with each other. And of course, with technology, there's WhatsApp group, there's our we keep in contact with each other on social media and stuff like that. Tapi in order to meet up and like really talk to one another, of course yang tu macam dah jarang because everyone has their own busy schedules. That's one thing to talk about as well.
So it's not just your busy schedule.
Right.
Everyone is.
Exactly.
So, have you lost any friends along the way?
Have I lost any
Or
friends?
is your circle like that they actually understand because they each have their own priorities, they each have their own.
Sikit lah. Dia terlampau banyak benda, dia lupa pun kadang-kadang kawan-kawan dia.
Dia tak ingat pun ada kawan yang ini.
Memang dah lama tak ada dah.
Mungkin.
Tak perasan.
Mungkin.
Okay.
Aku rasa betul.
Lily, kenal. Ya ke cuba you
No, I lost the question already.
Have you lost any
friends?
Bukan sebab dia meninggal tau. Terlerai.
Dia nikah.
Have I lost any friends? I think right now a lot of the friends that I have are the ones yang macam it's okay kalau you text back 3 days later.
Oh wow, okay.
Because those are the friends that I have right now. Because number one, yes, hustle, I got so many things on, but also I'm a mom. So if you've seen on Instagram and everything, if you've seen like memes about moms, they always say I'll text you back in like 3 days, right? I mean it's normal. So I am, as you grow, I think it's normal for you to, not to say lose friends, but I think you grow in a way apart. We're all like macam in our own lives and stuff like that. Not to say that kita tak berkawan lagi or whatever. It's just that naturally our lives have evolved in differently, and you are close with a certain amount of people, and you're still friends with others.
That the harmony way to take tak berkawan lah. Sebenarnya ada, tapi
okay, maybe like this lah. Sebab I orang Sarawak tau. So when I came here dekat KL ni, I memang tak ada kawan pun. Tu je lah.
So you are trying to say kawan-kawan you yang real friend tu memang sana. Orang Sarawak?
Tak juga. Actually, a
Ada
lot
ke
of my
Semenanjung?
close friends right now are from work,
Betul.
kan? A lot of from work friends, and also college friends.
Trauma bond. Trauma bond.
Trauma bond. That's right.
Macam trauma bond.
So kita tahu lah ya,
We have a
diorang
trauma
punya-
bond.
Diorang punya kawan baik tu macam mana diorang bonding dengan
Yeah,
trauma.
I guess coming back to the friends tu, you instead sometimes dia bukanlah I don't want to friends with you anymore.
Yeah.
It's just you lose touch.
Right.
You lost touch along the way.
Exactly.
Sometimes macam okay, kadang-kadang you nampak dekat Instagram, kat Facebook, okay they're still alive. That's it. Kan? You just the dynamics of friendship tu dah tak sama macam dulu. It doesn't mean that doesn't necessarily mean that you're not friends anymore. It's just the number of interactions tu dah berkurang to sometimes maybe a zero.
Dia sampai yang tahap nak tekan like pun malas. Tapi tahulah kau ada.
Ni drastik sangat. Dia sampai terus zero tau. Dia bukan macam
So,
sikit-sikit
dia
tau.
bukan tak kawan langsung. It's just the interaction tu come down to a
Yeah,
zero.
I understand
Interaction
because why I ask is because I mean, you know, along the way I've gone through some friendship ups and downs as well, you know, and jenis yang kita tak hasil pun tapi macam we're just busy with each other, with our lives kan, masing-masing ada life masing-masing. Yet kau nak sentak.
So
So you fall out of friendship because of just
I don't
macam
keep those
tu
people.
lah.
Kita tahu dah jawapan dia.
Dah tahu dah, okay.
Kita dah tahu
Itu
jawapan dia.
jawapan
I
dia
don't keep those kind of people.
Okay, next question.
In the first place, I rasa
Tak
they
simpan
are
orang
not
macam
considered a friend kot kalau diorang tak faham where you are coming from or where.
Ya, dia tak nak faham you. Dia nak suruh you faham dia.
Itulah
sebab dia
masalah dia.
terpaling.
Wow.
Okay, dah. Ini dah personal ya.
Okay, soalan seterusnya. Lain. Kirara,
Okay,
soalan?
I sebab datang daripada orang yang tak percaya. Bagi I toxic, right?
Tapi
yes.
tapi you juga adalah seorang hustler, bukan?
Yes, exactly. You came from-
Ay, ya Allah, ya Allah.
My understanding and my definition of a hustler is orang yang ada lebih daripada satu kerja.
Betul, saya setuju.
You adalah seorang hustler juga, tapi you kata adalah toxic. Why? Now kita kupas why you say it's toxic.
Sebab tu
I nak buang masa I. Dia memenuhi keperluan dan kehendak I. Maksudnya di sini macam Lily cakap, dia ni macam I ni bila I fikir balik kan, I macam nak selam kepala otak dia tau. I nak berenang, kat mana dia letak kompartmen dia kan, macam tu. Sebab I pandang macam sepah dah. Tapi macam mana soalan korang, I buat bersebab. Macam Lily,
dia bersebab juga.
Bukan, dia punya sebab sangat core. Solid
Okay,
tau.
okay, faham,
anak
faham.
Bukan ni.
Yeah.
Dia tengok rambut anak dia jatuh lepas mandi pun aku dapat produk. Kalau aku yang macam dia hari-hari pakai pomade pun macam tak fikir kan. Tapi kenapa I buat beberapa kerja? Because macam cakap, I nak belajar lagi tapi tidak ada keperluan. So masa yang terlampau banyak itu, daripada aku melangut tak buat apa-apa, why not aku isi dengan sesuatu yang mungkin boleh mendatangkan hasil. So masuklah kerja part time.
But is that not a strong enough reason for you to do? Is that not core enough for you?
Sebab apa I cakap I tak hasil, I tak perlu I buat tu rasa part time. I rasa I nak, I buat. Kalau I rasa I tak nak, I tak buat. Tak nak tu bukan sebab I busy ada benda lain macam Lily. I tak nak, I just tak nak. Aku tak nak kerja hari ni. Even bekerja pun ada waktunya I cakap no, I don't feel good to go to work. I tak pergi. And recently I dah join askar wataniah.
Wow.
I jadi askar sekarang.
Wow. So,
Dulu kan cita-cita nak jadi pilot.
Tak.
Ni lah Air Force.
So I medalisasikan.
Okay.
Sebab I ada impian kat belakang, aku tak dapat lah. Sebelum mati nak try lah satu kali jadi askar tentera macam mana, walaupun tak Air Force. Sebab I ada benda yang nak direalisasikan. Tapi I melihat orang yang hasil macam dia ni, hustler ni, sebab merata-rata ni. Sebab apa sebab boleh dek. Umpama macam tu lah. I tak semata-mata sebab boleh.
Mungkin you see it as she is going at a faster pace. You are still taking your own
sebab I
time.
percaya semua orang ada 24 jam sama. Tak ada orang yang Lily tak lahirkan dia dapat 48. Tetap dia 24.
Mana you tahu sebenarnya dia ada extra time?
Dia ada punya.
Tahu tak apa.
Tak ada just mission.
Benda tu.
Tak. Dia hasil 24 jam. Orang yang tak hasil pun dia duduk 24 jam juga. Tapi dia memilih untuk isi selagi mana aku tak pejam mata, aku nak ada benda datang hasil. I on the other hand, selain daripada nak merealisasikan impian dan kepunyaan, I melihat benda-benda macam ni tak payah aku tak ada keperluan. Sebab I don't care pun kalau aku tak cukup duit. Aku pun tak ada anak yang nak merentan bawa pergi Japan. Tak ada gurau kan.
Is it safe to say, sebab I nampak dekat notes I ni, dia ada hustle for validation and hustle for survival. So you in a way is hustle for validation. Might not be validation of other people, validation for yourself. While it is more of hustle for survival
in a way.
For her children, to give the best for the children.
Mungkin
I guess that's a good example of both.
Dia bukanlah kata I melihat Lily sebagai benda yang weird lah you ni. Tak tau, I sangat respect. That's why I kata I nak selang kepala otak dia termasuk hati dia. Macam mana dia compartmentalize benda-benda ni semua. Kalau aku, sebab I pernah je duduk jadi bekerja dan belajar kan sampai master tu. Lepas tu I buat lagi sekarang untuk isi masa-masa kosong I. Sebab again to validate apa yang I tak ada, yang I tercicir kan. And then ada juga kadang-kadang iri hati. Of course lah, orang yang hasil ni dia dapat lebih. Tapi bukanlah iri hati dia dalam keadaan yang tidak sihat. Macam, serius lah, dia dapat macam ni lah, tapi kerja dia macam mana pula. Kita kan fikir macam tu kan. Because at the end of the day, tidaklah membaca contemporary Quran, tapi betul, kita kena bersyukur lah. Tadi being grateful.
Baca klasik Quran.
Dia baca klasik Quran.
Dia tu macam ada I baca yang lebih klasik. Okay, so so dia buat tu sebab again dia cakap tadi anak dia ada demand. Mungkin member pula pakai kereta elektrik. Dia takkan
Penuh ke ya Allah.
Dia ni memang suka.
Dia memang kecam dekat TikTok.
Dia memang suka mention kereta orang ni.
I suka kereta sebenarnya.
I nampak dia post pasal dia punya experience pakai kereta EV. Orang komen kecam kenapa pakai EV, sis, why you use this car, macam banyaknya.
Dia orang kata I flex. I tak flex pun. I was just like sharing my experience in terms of charging and bagi tips kat orang. I tak flex.
It's a POV Lily somehow. At the end of the day POV orang. Kalau dia rasa buruk kat mata dia. Tapi again macam cakap tu, I respect je orang macam Lily ni. Maksudnya dia selagi tak berjam mata you
Tapi here's the thing tau guys. Like what you see on social media, because you are based on my social media, right? Right? Okay. So based on my social media, yelah memanglah macam hasal. Tapi ada je hari I Netflix. Ada je time macam tu.
Same goes. Ada juga harinya I hasil. Yang dia tengah relax tu, mungkin I tak habis buat kerja lagi.
So this comes down to finding the balance.
Betul. Dan keperluan. Ada keperluan mendesak waktu tu, buatlah. Dia pula waktu tu duit dah terlampau lebih agaknya. Tak payah kerja ini. Netflix lah.
Amin.
I really wish.
So it is actually so finding the balance is, you can actually find the balance lah. It's not a myth. It's just need to find the balance.
Okay, so that's disruption again.
Oh yes.
Okay, so I stopped using work-life balance. I started using work-life integration. So
okay, enlighten us.
Yeah, so I think right now kita this is actually a quote that I got from Aini, who's also a hustler. She's a lawyer.
Not contemporary Quran.
No. Aini, she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. She has her own fashion brand. Local. Yeah. Aini, shout out to you. Anyway, she introduced me to the term work-life integration, and I was like, oh my god, this is actually what I've been doing sebenarnya.
And then it makes sense,
when she talk about it, kan, I'm macam okay, yes, this is my life right now. This is what I've been doing sebenarnya. I just don't have the term for it. So work-life integration is basically you integrating your work into your life. So let's say for example, in the morning you work, then pukul 3 you ambil anak you, and then you sambung kerja, and then you ambil anak you, and then you sambung. So it's like a flexibility. It's not to say balance, sebab kalau work-life balance is like a 50-50, right? Balance means it's 50-50, which actually I think is not really true. Not realistic as well. So it's kind of like an integration. So let's say kalau macam I pergi booth, sometimes I bring my kids over. They help to give out flyers, bagi balloon dekat all the other kids. So it's integrating your work and your lifestyle together. Gitu.
That's interesting. That's a very interesting concept. I mean, yeah.
Correct. That will be the clip for this episode.
Correct. We got one.
We got one.
We got one. Okay.
Work-life
Integration. Integrity pun boleh.
Itu sifat. Okay.
Work-life integration. Wow, okay, that's interesting.
Ya, betul. It's a macam apa ni, dia membuka mata kita kepada satu perspektif lain dalam tentang kehidupan.
Because we always hear work-life balance.
Yeah, I think so. We always hear that.
I think it's good for us to see a different perspective pula, which is the work-life integration.
Tapi dia hanya valid pada hustler lah.
Tapi
kau kan tak buat kerja, kau sibuk cakap penat.
I think because right now our lives have changed sejak COVID tau. So a lot of us have been working from home. A lot of us are working remotely. Tak semestinya in the office. So bila you dah after COVID disrupted our lives, the word of the day kan disrupted.
Yes. Lily the disruptor.
So ever since then, I think a lot of us memang dah daripada the start of us going back to work tu semua, kita dah start integrate pun. We've already integrated like with our life and work together. During COVID pun dah start I rasa macam tu.
So sebenarnya all this while, especially after COVID, we have been applying work-life integration. It's just that it's a term that
we never used. I think.
We never know.
Maybe ada, it's out there, but it's just not as common as the work-life balance.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Kita dah almost an hour kita berbual tentang perkara ini.
Weh, ada banyak lagi benda.
Ya tu macam
awal tadi Lily tanya, we're gonna talk about this for 1 hour straight. Wow, 1 hour straight.
Talk some more. I can answer more.
Nampak dia berminat.
Engine dah panas.
Ya, betul,
Engine dah
betul.
panas.
Coffee dah ada.
Coffee dah ada.
Kan?
Okay, when you're not because you're always hustling. When you're not, who are you?
Oh my god.
Because like sebab kita cakap pasal what was the word again?
Work-life integration.
Work-life integration. So you are working, you're editor, then you're a mom, then you're back to being an editor, then you're a mom, then you're an entrepreneur, then you're a mom. Who are you? You when you're not an entrepreneur, when you're not an editor, when you're not a mom. Who are you?
Octopus ke?
Diri you.
Alien ke?
I think those things define me already, because being a mom itself is already like a whole big definition itself. So obviously when I'm not like working and stuff, I'm like full-time mom, right? So I'm full-time mom, I'm the cleaner of the house.
when you're not
kerja
mommy,
dia.
what do you do, or what do you like to do, or what would you love to do besides Netflix tak kira lah.
Okay. I mean, I love to travel. So my goal is to travel the world and see as many places as I can. In order to do that, I need to hustle.
That's why.
Lain kan cara dia nak travel the world hustle. Aku boleh travel the world lain tau.
Okay, let me tell you my goal for retirement. My retirement goal is to be on an island with a B&B and just snorkeling and laying by the beach each day and just chilling, yo. Yes, that's my
Would you like to join our rumah orang-orang tua?
She wants to be on an
Kita
island.
boleh incorporate benda tu di situ.
Retirement on an island. Why not? Okay, let's talk business.
Commerce tengah bagi. Dia talk business tau. Kita dah macam angan-angan nak main Monopoly deal.
Kita ni angan-angan sampai situ je tau. Dia angan-angan pergi.
Nanti dia buat business plan, business model.
And nama business dia World Life Integration.
Okay.
Sedia Berhad.
Okay. I guess we can wrap it up lah.
Alah, terpaksa nanti. Banyak nak tanya kan?
Okay lah, kita bagi Q. Last
Okay lah,
question.
boleh tanya lagi lah.
Tak boleh lah. I tadi
Sembang kan, banyak sangat nak tanya.
Bukan, I ada banyak tapi satu-satu dia ni duk
Ambil, potong.
Ambil potong.
Ambil ke potong?
Dia ambil dan potong lah. Ambil potong.
So I meluahkan thoughts you
Yelah,
lah.
lebih kurang lah. Boleh lah.
Alah.
Okay.
Boleh kalau dia biarkan dia mungkin.
Okay. So Malik, would you like to wrap it up?
I think to wrap it up, sebenarnya
I rap lah.
Okay, boleh lagi. Sebenarnya aku tak tahu nak rap apa sebab I was like fascinated with
I think we are still at that whole work-life
Balance.
integration
kind of thing.
because
Okay.
to me that's a very interesting concept yang yelah kita dah terbiasa dengan work-life balance because to be fair we were I guess introduced to this kan quite recent, so for me to learn this is very interesting.
paradigm shifting.
Itulah, so my thoughts are still there.
Okay. Alright, I nak cakap terima kasih pada Lily hari ini kerana selain daripada mengajar tema mengenai work-life integration itu, dia juga mengubah perspektif I lah terhadap, bukan I kata nak tukar my understanding on Hasil ni adalah toxic, tapi menjawab kepada soalan itu sebab Lily dah cakap tadi, mungkin terma itu sekarang berbeza mengikut zamannya. Dia dah bukan lagi macam dulu. Again macam I cakap tadi kan, overwork dulu adalah tentang nak dapatkan validation, nak tunjuk yang bila you overwork you berjaya. Tapi sekarang this is not just that, right? Hasil bukan semata-mata sebab dia nak kerja keras nak tunjuk yang dia berjaya.
Betul.
Bukan. So dia dah tukar I punya tu. Tapi I masih berpegang kepada Hustler ni sebenarnya toxic sebab mungkinlah I punya fahaman, bukan I nak tikam Lily punya cara, tapi sebabnya I rasa dalam dunia ni tak pernah kita diberi peluang mendapat kedua-duanya. Dia cuma satu je. So I anggap Lily tetamu kita hari ini adalah orang yang sangat bertuah. Selain daripada takdirnya pergi ke arah dia, mungkin sebab sifat bersyukur dia sangat tinggi, maka takdir membantu dan orang-orang keliling dia sangat membantu, supportive, termasuk tempat kerja dan sebagainya.
Community is very important.
Yep.
Betul. Ini kejayaan dia bukan kejayaan dia seorang sebenarnya. Kejayaan anak-anak dia, kejayaan suaminya, keluarganya.
Mereka yang mendokong dari belakang.
Yes.
Ampuhan dia sangat kuat, ampuhannya. So thank you very much Lily kerana memberi saya ruang dan peluang untuk melihat daripada sudut yang berbeza.
Yeah, I think dah dapat ilham. Bila dengar Q bercakap, I dapat ilham.
Wow. Ilham.
So I think to wrap it up, hustle ini adalah, it depends on what you want. Then it depends on whether bukan. Let me rephrase. To hustle ini adalah, it depends on what you want and what you need.
Okay.
Right? Tak semua orang perlu hustle.
Correct.
Tak semua orang tidak akan hustle.
Yeah,
Correct.
betul.
Dan whether you choose to hustle or whether you choose not to hustle, it all falls back to apa yang you nak capai dalam kehidupan you.
Ya, matlamat dia lah.
Dan matlamatnya. Jadi don't worry kalau you tengok kawan you seorang hustler tapi you tidak, doesn't mean that you are not doing something with your life.
Ya,
Correct.
walaupun matlamat dah tak sama.
That while you are busy hustling, then you see that your friends are maybe cruising on life. That doesn't mean that you are missing out on things just because you are hustling.
Betul.
No, everyone has their own journey, everyone has their own path. Then it's always interesting and fun just to go with the flow.
Yep.
And not fight it, because God has written our way
Correct.
in such a way. Just go with the groove. Kalau dia naik, dia turun. Dia suruh you hustle. Dia tak hustle. It's just don't stress yourself too much. Okay.
Betul?
Ali nak
Setuju?
cakap apa lagi?
Tak ada, saya setuju dengan kata-kata Falik itu.
Yes.
Dan seperti biasa, Falik adalah orang yang akan mengambil jalan tengah, iaitu itulah dianya. Tapi betul.
Tapi betul.
Tak ada benda manual kan dekat dunia
sebagai
ni.
salah seorang hustler juga.
Yeah.
I feel that I don't miss anything. I don't miss anything. Yes, maybe I might not have a lot of time, but it's the path that I choose. Itu jalan yang I pilih.
For someone who doesn't hustle, I am amazed by you guys. I'm
Betul.
at awe of the things that you've done, you're doing.
Hats off lah, respect.
Yeah. So, okay.
Alright, kejap.
I think at the end of the day, it really depends what success means to you.
Betul.
Whatever that you are comfortable with.
Agree.
I mean, you do you, right? If you think that a hustle is the way to go, if that makes you happy, if that fulfills you, then
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Then if it doesn't, then tak payahlah. At the
Betul.
end of the day, you don't compare yourself to other people.
Betul.
I know
Betul.
social media can be very, very toxic, and I know that people are always posting their ups and downs. But I think also social media has been changing as well. A lot of people are posting their downs as well. So I think there's a kind of like quite a balance there as well. People are seeing the lows and the highs as well. At the end of the day, I think this generation they pentingkan what they want more.
Ya, betul.
Instead of tengok success ataupun compare dengan orang.
Betul.
Okey, di situ bercakap mengenai sosial media, kita mungkin boleh bagi peluang sikit pada Lily.
Betul.
Untuk dia kalau nak follow dia, boleh ke follow kat Instagram?
Yes, of course.
Dan juga produknya.
Yes. So first of all, please follow Lily dekat Lily Isha. So that's my account, my personal account, and also follow Kaiser Kids Official if you guys are looking for natural hairstyling products.
Yeah.
Kaiser Kids Official.
KY or KI?
KYZER. Nama anak I.
There you go.
Anak dia senang.
So kalau you guys are watching this on video, nanti I akan tulis kat bawah tu, you can baca. Dan kalau yang mendengar, so tadi Lily je KYZER. Just look for that, alright?
Jangan juga lupa untuk selam-selam dekat Instagram Simply Sandwiches untuk dapatkan segala promo dan juga information terhadap kafe ini. Juga kami di maapcakap.com, boleh pergi lungsuri dan tinggalkanlah pesan-pesan.
Bagi siapa-siapa yang nak share, kalau korang memang sejenis yang hustler, you know,
Macam
you have
Lily
something
juga.
to share, please share. Tulis dekat kita punya nak cakap sikit.
Alright.
Jadi ada Falik apa-apa lagi?
Tak ada apa-apa. Saya nak cakap thank you.
Thank you for sharing. It was very, very
Insightful.
Betul.
Yes.
Alright. Thank you so much everyone for listening. For yang mendengar, thank you so much for listening. For yang menonton, thank you so much for watching up until the end.
Yeah.
Don't forget to share this, follow us, rate us.
kami di Spotify juga.
Like, rate, comment and
Dan
share.
Yes, alright. Sampai kita berjumpa dalam episod yang akan datang.
Bye.
Bye.